Good afternoon, Crane family. Good to be back with you here today. Got great weather outside. Wow, spring is officially here. I will say before I get started talking today to you that I've been out hunting mushrooms, not having any success. If you know any good locations outside of Crane, let me know. I'll be glad to come and help you hunt, right? And you keep what you find and I'll keep what I find. But can't wait to fry some mushrooms up. Hope you guys are all having a great spring as well. Listen, today I want to, this is another video in the series of our Crane values and unpacking those values. I've previously put out a video on unity and one on service. Today I'm going to talk about the notion of caring enough to share. And I say that because it's about the honesty value and how we approach that. And I want to share a little bit about what that means to me, how I think it can be used for good and also sometimes for bad. So interesting to me when I think about honesty that most people will say they're honest. If I go ask 100 folks, 99 of them would say, yeah, I'm a very honest person. And yet we have all kinds of issues at times in organizations across this country and sometimes here as well with trust and credibility and things that drive right at the heart of whether or not we're being honest with each other. And I think it's often folks will, flying under the radar of complete and utter brutal honesty, will often tear down others and tear down the organization by sharing what they believe is their truth. And I don't think that's always helpful. I don't think that always helps the functionality of an organization. When I think about honesty and used in the way that it can help others, it really does flow under this mantra of care enough to share. If you're all in with somebody and you're loyal to your fellow man or woman, or your peer, your employee, your friend, then you owe it to them to try to share honest feedback about issues, concerns in a way that they can hear and in a way that they can then take on and help in their development. So many times we see people do things, whether they performed some act poorly or they spoke to another in a way that was too harsh, or maybe we see how they are getting perceived by their peer group or the group that they're that they work for or work over, and we will stand back and watch and recognize all those things and never take the time to share with that person. That here you should think about your approach to doing this. And listen, I feel like it's always worthy when it's heartfelt that you share some honest truths with folks and you do it in a way that's caring and nurturing and helping them to develop and get better. I don't think I've ever had somebody give me feedback that was from the heart that I either got upset with or didn't like or had a problem with. Now, I've gotten that feedback before and disagreed, but I've never felt poorly about the person taking the opportunity in the moment to share with me that truth. And so, when I think about this organization and the values that we hold dear, and I've mentioned them multiple times: honesty, integrity, unity, service, empowerment, and how all those lead to effective solutions. This honesty one's an important one, and I'll tell you that it's one that most people think, yeah, we got it. We're living that. And I think we can do a lot better. And I find ourselves having, we'll have conflict in the organization, have a disagreement, and we won't even think about how we approach that and share our truth and perspective in a way that somebody else could understand and take on and maybe change and help themselves. And also reflect on what it is that maybe we're doing wrong too. So honesty is very key, in my opinion, to us having a great organization. We just had an all-managers meeting today out in the USS Indianapolis, out at Westgate. And I had a chance to talk about culture and environment. And it's why I take the time to have these videos on our values. Because I told the group today, and I really believe this, our technical and business chops are what makes us a good organization. You got to have it. You got to be able to perform technically. You got to be able to perform from a business perspective. That's what makes us good. Our culture is what makes us great. If we want to be a great organization, how we carry ourselves, the grace and humility and the honesty with which we handle ourselves is everything. It's everything to how people interact with us, whether they want to work with us again, how they perceive us. It's everything. Technical and business chops make you good, not sufficient to make you great. So I'd ask that you take this, take these thoughts and notions seriously. When you find yourself in a moment, you see things occurring and you know you can help, find your voice. Do it in a way, care enough to share in a way that they can handle it and can hear it and develop. Thanks for all you do. Great to be back with you today. Don't forget about the mushrooms, right? I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.